say magical artichoke?
Princess of Berry. Today we're at Disney Springs. It's time to return to
Jaleo,
Yes.
magical dining.
The dining is magical and it's your number one choice in foodie infotainment. We're here to see how much magic you can get for a prefix price. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go get that Jaleo.
It's time to foodie and chill. So I have a special version of Gazpacho. The Gazpacho is in a cup instead of a bowl, mainly because it's magical dining. I love the Gazpacho here. It is so salty and delicious and beautiful. I can't get enough of this Gazpacho. It's rare when you get tomato these days. The last few times it's been beet, and the beet is not as good as the tomato. And for flavors of Florida, they put like shrimp and stuff on it. So it's nice that they went back to the classic tomato. I would give this a 4.75 out of 5 Gazpachos. It is a beautiful cold tomato soup.
Now, Jaleo is 1,000% responsible for our addiction to gazpacho. I can't tell you how many times we've gone home and tried to recreate the same gazpacho that we got here. And if you're willing to put in the time, it doesn't really take that much time. It's like the perfect midday work snack. We love a good gazpacho. Princess wasn't in love with the beet version because, well, she doesn't love beets. So I'm glad the tomato is back. But we've never been disappointed by this gazpacho. The blended tomato, tomatillo, the garlic, a bit of onion. That is wonderful. That will literally wake up your taste buds. If they were sleeping, you were asleep. Not anymore. Tasty, flavorful. If you've never tried gazpacho, this is definitely the place to give it a try. 5 out of 5 cloths on the Bear Necessities list. If you want recommendations on things in this menu that we recommend you try, gazpacho will always be on the list. The Manchego. This course is just slices of Manchego cheese and little pieces of the little mini breadsticks. We've done the tasting menu here several times. This is usually a part of it or some version of it. The cheeses change, but the display is basically the same. Go ahead and slice off a little piece of this cheese here. I believe it's also drizzled in a honey.
No, it's an olive oil.
Olive oil? Okay. All for it. I love the sharpness of the Manchego. Perfectly fresh. Lots of bite to it. The the little bread sticks go perfectly. The server recommended putting it on pan con tomate if you order that. I think it would pair wonderfully. As it is, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 plus. Here we have the pollo de croquettes. So basically chicken croquettes, little mini chicken croquettes as a first course. They are filled to the brim. Think Spanish chicken tendies, and you are just about there. But way more fancy than that. Chicken and cheese, a hot pocket could never. Nice, warm, tasty. They feel like that perfect meal after a night out. Everything else doesn't matter. You're fed now. 4 out of 5 plus.
I feel if I have to choose between Jaleo and Toledo, I think the pan con tomate at Jaleo is just slightly better than Toledo just because of the way they make their bread. Though thinner, absolutely delicious. Oop. And when you come for brunch, you can put avocado on it and you get your own little avocado toast action. I don't think any bread gets any more perfect than pan con tomate. It's just like if pizza were flatbread without cheese. That's literally it. It's so delicious and amazing, and I love everything about this. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item, and we come here and usually, like, if we go to the bar, I'll get pan con tomate and a modified patatas bravas and just enjoy myself with some sangria. It's the way to go.
Pan con tomate is something that has captured our hearts here, much like Chef José Andrés captures our hearts, because a lot of the reason we come here is because of his sort of like worldview and humanitarian efforts. If you're unaware, he does a lot for philanthropy and like feeding people in need. If you ever curious, look up World Kitchen, which is his arm of like humanitarian, like feeding the needs. He's fed kids in Gaza. He did the hurricanes in Kentucky and like that whole area last year, the hurricanes in South Florida. He's out there every year. Anytime there's any sort of like disaster where he can help feed people, the man's gone. He's doing it. And we love him for that. This pan con tomate always feels like home. You always come back to this. The reason I bring up like his World Kitchen effort, one, is that I don't know if they still do it because I haven't mentioned it in a while, but when they first opened, they used to import water from Spain specifically to make this bread.
Yes, they still do.
And you would say, for a lot of people, well, that's a little bit ridiculous. But the flavor difference between the pan con tomate here and the pan con tomate at Toledo, at Coronado, it's like night and day. This is wonderful. 4.5 out of 5 claws. So the cod fritters, these nice non-complicated name, just cod fritters. Nothing fantastic, nothing hard to pronounce. They are literally just cod fritters. Now, the server told us that the honey aioli that it comes with is like the star, but I am curious to how it tastes by itself, because if it's not seasoned on its own, a sauce is only going to cover up its inadequacies. Like a bad toupee on an orange face. A nice flaky white fish. There are some herbs in there as well, both in the breading and the fish itself. So on its own, it is seasoned, tasty, and exactly what one would expect. Now we're going to go all in on the aioli. We're going to give it a little aioli bath, a little sauna of this honey aioli, and we're just going to go all in. Got some crispy fish skin in there. It was a little bit chewier than the rest. I was chewing very slowly to make sure there was no bones in it, which I suggest you do. You can never guarantee a boneless fish. There's always a risk there might be one tiny bone in there. But the honey aioli opens my eyes. I have never once thought to add like honey to an aioli, but it makes me want to experiment at home on what I could do with agave and aioli to sort of sweeten it up, because that on top of the fish almost feels like a dessert. It's not hyper sweet, but it's just enough sweet to cut through like the brightness of the cod, giving it this unique flavor profile that I haven't experienced before, but is an absolute delight. I would give that 4.25 out of 5 claws. I wish this was a full plate.
This is a white bean salad. We have not had this salad before. This is a newer option on the menu, I think for Magical Dining. But you have white beans and tomato, and then there's like an olive puree in here, some jalapenos, and all kinds of beautiful things. I'm excited. I really enjoy the white beans. I think the tomato needs like some salt. This is a little like bland. And then you have like an olive puree that you kind of put on the top, and it just overpowers the flavor of everything. So like I was hoping for something that was like white bean tomato forward with a small amount of olive, where like in this dish the olive kind of dominates the situation. So it's not really for me, but I think if you like olives, you would probably love this. For me, as like a non-olive appreciator, I don't like the saltiness or whatever's of olives. I would give this a 2 out of 5 olives. But if you love olives, you probably give it like a 4, 4.5, I think.
All in on this white bean salad. It's more like a white bean stew, but it does have big pieces of both olive and jalapeno in here. If it's one thing that they take very seriously in this restaurant, it is their olives. There's actually a part of the tasting menu that's literally just olives, like marinated olives in olive oil on a spoon. Sometimes they give you some bread. So, like, if you love olives, this is a restaurant for you. If not, some of these things are going to be a bit challenging for you. I can see what this salad is going for, calling it a white bean salad, but I feel like it should be called an olive salad with white beans. The olives are the strongest, most present flavor in there. The white beans do add some like base earthiness, and then you get some acidity from like the tomato on the bottom. But the olive is a star here, and everybody else is a co-star, second string. It is a nice salad, it's a unique flavor, but I feel like, again, if you don't love olives, you might not love this. I love the freshness of everything. The beans, the jalapenos don't really add a ton of heat, but it's a ton of flavor. Just beware of the flavor. So I would give this 3.75 out of 5 claws. Like most things that we get here, I'm like, I wish this came on bread. So here we have another salad. This one topped with goat cheese. There's some endive. It had me thinking this was like avocado, and there is some in here, but there is a lot of different greens in here, along with some cilantro. Like this, I feel like is going to be a powerful kick, like the kind of salad kick that kicks like a mule and then keeps on going. But we try these things, so you don't have to. Wow. Owen Wilson level. Wow. Cheesy, avocado, the endive, like all of that combined. It's almost like an avocado endive pudding with goat cheese more than anything. It is very soft. It sticks to the fork well. It's nice and thick and condensed, but you're going to get all of those flavors. So you're getting the endive, you're getting the goat cheese, you're getting the avocado, and you're getting cilantro. A smack in the face. Your taste buds will thank you. Your breath afterwards might not, but your taste buds will thank you. 4 out of 5 claws. Now for my third course, you have the Pollo Pisto Manchego. You have this wonderful roasted chicken on top of a stewed tomato. Now, I know that when you look at stuff at Jaleo, a lot of the plates seem small, but this entire restaurant, aside from the paella and a couple of entrees, are served tapas style. So like 80% of the menu is tapas. Trust me, you don't often get 4 courses with Magical Dining. It's usually 3.
$40.
Especially for $40. They're basically paying $10 a plate, which is unheard of here at Jaleo. I promise you, if you come not Magical Dining, you will spend more, but it will still be worth it. My suggestion has always been come with friends, order all different things, and have a feast. All of you will leave full. All of you will leave happy. Even in this case with mixed diets. So I'm going to dive into this roasted chicken. I'm going to try the chicken by itself first. Then we'll come back for a little bit of that stewed tomato. That roast. Beautimous. A Walmart rotisserie chicken could never. The char on there, the flavor cooked in, slow cooked. One of the like main features of this restaurant as a whole is they have 3 whole open kitchens. So even when you're like sitting inside, you can see them cooking the meat over here. Actually, they cook some of the meat over here. They have paella meat over here. This is the open bar. All the things that you can see made like in front of you fresh. And you can tell the second that you taste it. That chicken is wonderful. It literally melts in my mouth. I honestly didn't even need the knife. And I cut that with basically a butter knife. I would give that 4.75 out of 5 claws. And I haven't even got to the stewed tomato yet. I'm going to cut off another piece here. It feels like a Spanish barbecue. And for all of my Spanish friends, and there's a few of you out there specifically that I'm thinking about, why have you never invited me over for dinner? I know that I have horrible table manners, but at the same time, I'm your friend. Train me. This is the way. No notes. Roasted chicken, stewed tomato, sprinkle the large pieces of salt. If ever there was a foodie walk of fame, this would be on it. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Bear Sessions list. Get you some. Here we have another one of the offerings in the third course. This is I think it's a potato, egg, and cheese omelet, like a Spanish omelet, filled to the brim. There's also some onion in here. There's a little sauce underneath. This would be an entree at most restaurants, but this is, again, designed to be shared. Get whimsical with it. Invite some friends. We need you to nerd out about your food. The potato in there, super delicate, super soft. Melt in your mouth soft inside the egg. Like when the egg, which is already soft, is like your toughest consistency, and then everything else in there is just like warm butter over the tongue. It is a savory journey. If you're curious to what it tastes like or something that would be similar, think like a scallion pancake, like you get like a Chinese food place, but with potato. Very tasty. If you like omelets, you're gonna love this. 4.25 out of 5 claws.
This is the vegetable arroz. This is basically the vegan paella. You can get this all year round. This is not including in Magical Dining this year. It was 2 years ago when it came, but I figured I would get it anyway because why not? It's a nice big portion and a beautiful option. Is it the best paella that I've had at Disney? No. Is it the best paella I've had on this channel? Definitely not. Is it better than the last time that we had it? No. I don't think this one is that great. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 paellas. This is like the underachieving paella. Usually it's a much better than this. It's just not hitting it for me this time. But that's subjective. Like, it's not always like this. So, like, I would say still come get it.
Paella. Jaleo style. This is one of the premier dishes here and something that we come for sometimes if you're lucky. They'll even have this on happy hour at the bar, and we have ordered an entire one of these at a bar and split it amongst 4 people. Tons of food for everybody, and it's like $23, $24? Deal. It's missing a little bit of the punch that we're used to with the paella here. The tomato base, the sofrito sort of like mixture of like onions and tomato and everything else feels a little weak. The rice is cooked well, the veggies are fresh, but it's just missing that like cohesive element to tie it all together in a paella style. It's still good, but we've had better versions of it. 3.25 out of 5 claws. I know a lot of you avoid Jaleo, and when you avoid Jaleo as a place to eat, that tells me a lot about your foodie choices and whether or not I trust them. But one thing we always do, whether we eat here or not, come here for happy hour, which we do frequently. One, because there's rarely a line, which actually kind of breaks my heart, is I always get the margarita desarita. This is the best margarita on the Walt Disney World property. I will take no substitutes. I will take no competition. You can be angry and wrong in the comments. Perfect balance of tequila, a little tart, a little spice, peppers in it. It deserves a crown. We'll make it one day, a little tiny one. Sit on the rim. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Baron Cessi's list. The perfect margarita. No hyperbole.
I have a cherry and strawberry sorbet, and there's usually a mango in here, but it's just cherry and strawberry. And our server, like, her accent was so thick, I literally thought she said sherry and not cherry, so I thought it was going to be like a liquor sorbet, but it's not. It's cherry and strawberry. And it tastes like cherry and strawberry. Nice tart, nice sweet. I don't think you can go wrong with sorbet. I think sorbet is a cop-out for a vegan, but I don't think you can go wrong with a fresh-made one like this. I would give it a 3 out of 5 sorbets. It gets minus points just because it's sorbet, but it's really tasty.
Assorted sorbets. Their testament, they are fresh, not gonna hold up in the Florida sun. Even the sun is setting, it's still hot outside. This is Florida after all. Nice and smooth. It's not just sorbet. I think I get a hint of basil in there as well, which sort of gives it another layer of complexity. It's more than just basic sorbet, which we appreciate. The flavors are good. It's a good top hat on the dinner that we've had. Tapas buffet, if you will. 4 out of 5 claws. This decadent beauty is the goat cheese cheesecake. Now this is an enhancement on the Magical Dining menu. You can add this to your dessert portion, your 4th course, for $3. We'll try to take a baby bite, because while it's goat cheese cheesecake, I don't discount maybe the presence of some cream cheese. What I remember about the cheesecake, rich, very cheesy. You can definitely taste like that gaminess that you get with goat cheese, but it's sweetened up with the cheesecake itself. It's an excellent cake. It doesn't feel like a personal portion, but compared to the size of the other desserts for a $3 upgrade, more than worth it in my mind. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 claws. Flani Fawn, this little cute flan. Flan always gives me Final Fantasy vibes, because if you're a nerd like I am, you've done lightning elemental flan, water flan, fire flan, flan of all magical types. Food and wine flan, but specifically video game flan. It cuts nice and perfect. It's got a little jiggle to it. It's given Chris Evans jiggle, you know? America's butt. Even not being a dessert person, I can appreciate the creaminess of that dessert. It's nice and covered. You got a little of the whipped cream here on the side. It is a tasty, flavorful ending to our night. I would give that a 4.25 out of 5 claws, just because this place majors in like tapas as like a study. They're not skipping on dessert. Jaleo continues to be a top-tier way to spend your Magical Dining. We have always sold the value, because $40 for the menu here with 4 courses is incredibly hard to beat.
Now, we did do some extras, and we did enhance our options from the last time that we did Jaleo Magical Dining 2 years ago. But even when we come for happy hour or any other occasion, like, they literally make it worth our while. So I think whether or not you want to spend a little or a lot of money, Jaleo will literally take care of you.
Yeah, come in here, try Pepe out front. They have like a little grab and go.
Yeah.
Come in here for the bar for happy hour.
Options too.
They have brunch. They have lunch, dinner.
Oh, brunch is amazing.
Definitely come in here and just try like a couple small plates. You don't have to commit to a whole tasting menu like this. But even if you're looking for like a date night during Magical Dining, you will not go wrong with Jaleo.
True.
This is one of our top recommendations. People ask us, where do you eat in Disney Springs? But we need to know what you guys think. As always, let us know what you think in the comments below. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't Magical Dining, what charity are you actually supporting?
You heard the girl.